What's up, y'all? I know this is a change of background, a change of scenery, a change of angle, because I'm actually in the Sonic drive-thru right now. Just got my food. There's a logo. Just got my food that I don't need to be eating, but anyway. I just had to tell y'all what was fresh on my mind about this movie I just saw. Only the sequel to one of the greatest movies ever made. Yup, that's right. I just saw Avatar and it was amazing. I took the family and everybody enjoyed it, including my 7-year-old little cousin who sat through the whole 3-hour movie without going to sleep. And more impressive than the child not falling asleep is, y'all, my mama didn't fall asleep. She fall asleep in every single movie I take her to. Like, even Inception, she fell asleep in Inception. So she's like, she not a movie buff like me or my sisters or my auntie. So the fact that she stayed awake during Avatar is pretty amazing. She was getting like emotional too. Like, she was at the edge of her seat. So I love to see that. We saw it in 3D. It was cool. But yeah, it was everything. I tried not to set my expectation too high, because when the first one came out in 2009, like, that CGI was a whole different world. And nowadays CGI is so common, and it almost looks corny in most movies, because it's like our technology is too good. It just looks too real that you just know that it's fake, but yeah, Avatar 2, The Way of the Water, was very immersive. You must go see it. As a Pisces too, like, I was in sync the whole time. Loved it. My sister calling me. I guess I'll have to ignore it because I don't want to stop the video. I feel so bad though. Ooh. But anyway, yeah, Avatar was great. The cast was outstanding. There were, I guess, some newer characters, which, when you, I cannot believe this phone. I ignored the call, let it ring, and then when the call was over, it stopped my video. iPhone, be better. But anyway, yeah, like I said, the newer, younger cast members you had to get used to. But what's super cool is James Cameron was determined to bring back Sigourney Weaver. So Sigourney plays her character, Grace's daughter. And her daughter, Kiri, is a really interesting character, because that there's so much more to her story. Like, I have no idea who Grace's baby daddy is. I have no idea who birthed Kiri. And I just want to know, like, because she got the highest connection to Awa, and like, she's always, playing around with the iridescent fish and plants, and they just, the Awa energy love her. And there's this one scene where she connects to the underwater, like, tree of life equivalent of what they had before the Americans burned it down. And it was her Awa connection was so much, it almost like killed her. She went through a trance, and I'm not a big one on spoilers, but it was like, she even asked the right question. She was like, okay, who is my dad? Because I'm seeing things, I'm feeling things that other people just don't, and I know it's something inside of me that's like trying to come out. So great cast, like I was saying, great story. There was just, you got what's going on land versus what's going on in the water. And for y'all who don't know, the basic premise of Avatar 2, The Way of the Water, basically Jake Sully has to hide his family from the Americans because they coming back with a vengeance. And he thinks the best way to protect his people and his family is for them to basically take refuge in this more remote community of Na'vi, and they are like sea people. So he takes his family, convinces his wife to let him, like, basically take away his rank of being, not the king, but like the head commander of the area of Pandora that they stay in, their village. So he gives up all his power just to take refuge in this sea town or whatever. And anyway, they find out, the Americans find out that Jake is among, the sea people. There's thousands of islands in this general area, but they just wreaking havoc, like, bringing destruction, trying to find him. and his family. And that's what this one is about. It's about Jake Sully and Neytiri protecting their family and their people from greedy Americans. You know, in the first one, it was all about that resource that they had that could, like, you know, power the world or whatever. Don't remember exactly what it was called, but it was like the power of Awa, right? Well, in this one, they are even mining this it's not a herb, it's like almost like a bodily fluid from one of the sea whales, the, you know, mystical whales. If they extract this fluid from the whales, it's basically the key to longevity and immortality. It stops human aging. So they are not only after that other resource they were after in the first movie, but they're also hunting like these mystical whales to mine this this powerful anti-aging ingredient. But yeah, so that's a theme. Another theme is like mixed race families and what they go through, which, you know, there's not a lot of representation of that in film. So, you know, Jake and Neytiri's kids are mixed race. They're half human, half Na'vi. So they really do a great job of expressing the kind of trouble and, you know, adversity they face for being different in that way. There's also, which I love, Kate Winslet is in this. And for y'all who don't know, Kate Winslet worked with James Cameron in the iconic Titanic many, many years ago. And she comes back to work with James Cameron in this movie. And she actually plays like this warrior queen who, you know, calls all the shots. I mean, technically her husband is the head commander or whatever, but he don't do nothing without her say so. And she got all this power that she wields. But the cool thing is she's also pregnant, but she does not like let her pregnancy hinder her in any way. Like, she's still the strongest, the baddest out there. So yeah, I love that. I love that character. As y'all can see, I'm just excited. Like, I ain't even ate my food yet. It's just sitting over here. I'm probably not even gonna eat it. I don't even know why I ordered that. I don't know why I do stuff like that. Like, I'm not hungry. I might eat one mozzarella stick and that's gonna be it. If I only had a means to eat all the food that I ordered. But oh well. He's not here. So I'll just give it to my sisters or something. But anyway, I'm getting off track. Don't want to tell y'all too much, but I do want to let y'all know that you gotta go see Avatar 2, The Way of the Water, because it was brilliant. And I was just thoroughly impressed, and it's awesome. It's just an awesome film. Jim did his thing. That's definitely a director I would love to meet. I'm gonna do some series about like my favorite directors and actors and, you know, just cinematographers, but James Cameron is definitely on the top of the list, along with Denis Villeneuve. I don't know how to say his last name. David Lynch, David Fincher. Who else? The one who did all that Dark Knight Batman. His name's on the tip of my tongue. Richard Linklater. He's not the Batman one, but he's just the next one that came to mind. So those are some of my favorite directors. I'll tell you more about my other directors that I like once I'm on that subject and actually, you know, got them names ready. But we'll get into it. Thanks for tuning in. Go watch Avatar. Let me know if you agree with me that it was amazing. Would I say it's better than the first one? No, nothing can top the first one because it was just such a game changer in the film industry for its time. Y'all, I used to watch that on my Arcos. I pirated it, but I downloaded it like the cam version onto my Arcos, and only the real geeks out there know what an Arcos is. But I connect my Arcos to my TV and I watch it every day before I go to bed. my middle sister is about to be 17, so she was 5 when the first Avatar came out. But she was saying how a lot of her friends, like, they didn't watch it, or, you know, like my 14-year-old cousin, I was there, he mentioned that he didn't really remember much from the first Avatar, and she was like, oh, like, I was raised on this, like, I watched it so many times, and I basically raised her when she was that age, so that makes sense. Like, she was right there with me falling asleep to Avatar, and so that was precious that she remembered and cherished Avatar as much as I do. But yeah, I just brought that up to let y'all know, like, I'm a big Avatar fan, and I was impressed. I was pleased. I feel like they did their thing. I don't know what they could have done better. Like, it wasn't meant to be better than the first one, you feel me? But it was remarkable nonetheless. Go watch it. Let me know what you think.